Deca-Dence is a very good series and everyone should watch it. Thanks for watching and see you next week! Okay, I'll do my job and explain why you should watch it, but know that there will be spoilers in here, so let's get down to business. Deca-Dence is about Natsume, a girl that lives on the giant mobile fortress Deca-Dence. This ship is the final haven for the human race after the monster race of the Gadolls rose up and drove the humans to near extinction, as they were immune to all normal forms of weaponry as they create zero-gravity zones when engaged, as well as have strong regenerative powers. The only reason they didn't wipe out the humans was the rise of the Gears, a human-like race that uses either a mutation of humans or an alien race but whose origin has been lost to time. But these Gears are basically stronger, faster, and generally have faster reaction times, meaning they're very good at using the high-tech versions of the 3D maneuver gears from Attack on Titan to shoot spears into the Gadolls, to drain them of their lifeblood, which also doubles as an energy source for the movement gear. Natsume dreams of the day that she can join these gears with the few human soldiers that can keep up with them on the battlefield, but because of the event as a young child that left her short one arm and one father, she's left with a crude prosthetic that makes that dream an impossibility, and her stubbornness makes her a focus of ridicule by her peers. But eventually she is sent to work as a hull repairer on Deca-Dence, but she's a trooper and throws herself into her work with the hopes of impressing her no-nonsense boss Kaburaki, a process that she would probably end up doing her entire life. That is, until a twist of fate, when a giant Gadoll attacks Deca-Dence during one of her shifts, which causes a loose bit of metal to fall, knocking Kaburaki and her overboard into the war zone, which she finds out there's more to her boss than meets the eye, as he has serious skills on the battlefield. Impressed, she seeks him out to possibly teach her, and stumbles onto a few more secrets about her boss that leads to Kaburaki learning that Natsume has a secret that she doesn't even know about, that she is a bug, or a person in Deca-Dence with no tracking chip. Why does that matter? Simply put, everything Natsume knows about her world is a lie. Earth was on the brink of an environmental disaster when some friendly aliens decided to come by and buy the planet, on the premise that they would solve the disaster. So you know what they did? They turned Earth into their new hot VR MMO video game. The Gears are players who are beamed down to Earth, the Gadolls are the enemy, and the remaining humans on Deca-Dence serve as the NPCs. And Kaburaki is one such player. He used to be a top-performing player until a hacking controversy got him and all the other top-ranking players in trouble. Thus, he made a deal where he would stop fighting and spend his time searching for bugs, as they had a chance to adversely affect the illusion that this is all a game because they can't be tracked or controlled. Thus, it's his job to eliminate them. But he sees something special in Natsume, as she is someone whose life has never been given a chance, but refuses to give up, and he wants to give her a shot, starting the events that will tie in with the fate of the game, as Kaburaki can't cover this secret forever, especially if he succeeds and Natsume flourishes in her new role. And if she flourishes too much, she could throw a big wrench into the system. One of the biggest strengths of the series is his story, and that effectively frames the series in two ways, based on what Natsume knows and what Kaburaki knows. It works extremely well in creating tension, as they can give us, the viewer, information through Kaburaki as he learns something like there's a new super powerful Gadoll being released, and now we know, and we know he knows. But he can't tell Natsume without getting in trouble, and the fact that she doesn't know creates effective tension, as we as a viewer know just how much danger her life actually is in. And you just want to scream, "No, don't do it!" or scream at Kaburaki to do the one thing he can't do. It's similar to the way horror series create tension, and works here to great effect. Also, it helps that the characters are easy to root for and get behind. Natsume's never say die attitude is contagious, and Kaburaki works very well in the mentor role. Also, this series' world building is just so good. All that stuff I said in the beginning, a lot of that's only implied, as we have to go off the little details the show reveals. The series does this a lot. You think, oh, I wonder how the Gadolls are made. Well, the series shows you where it happens and gives you a few details. Now put it together, Einstein. Also, make sure to pay attention, as some of these details are going to be important later on. This makes this series a joy to watch. I have my eyes glued to the screen, taking in everything, on the off chance one little detail in this scene means something more than another. And when that callback happens, and you're like, oh, that's how that works, or like, I knew it, I knew that's how that was going to work. Also, there's some quality side characters, both in the human cast and the Gears, and they will bring up things in canon and question the protagonist and whether what they're doing is the right thing. And it all feels natural, as they value this character as a friend and they want to see them do well, but they don't know if they can support their recent actions. Also, there are just some quality designs when it comes to monsters and the actual Gears themselves, and when you see the junk up versions of some of them, there's some quality stuff. But I won't say more for spoiler reasons. As for visual audio, the series is a blast. There are some low-res models in the background, but the main action is always done very well, and the fights are a joy to watch. But that should be no surprise given the staff behind the series. With the director of Mob Psycho and Death Parade at the helm, with the sound director behind Show by Rock and Overlord, and the chief of animation who's been in the industry a while, and also the key animation for Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Also, I just love its OP and ending theme so much. The series also has some great symbolism baked into its design, especially the fist motif that adds to the theme of fighting against the system. The only things I don't like are more nitpicks. Like if you keep an eye out for the low-res models in the background, you're gonna have a hard time not noticing them. There's also some moments of plot armor around Kaburagi in a few places. Some of the pacing of the final 2 episodes felt a bit slow, and I have one annoyance with the ending, but that's a very personal nitpick on that one. But I could continue gushing about the series forever, and it's easily in the discussion for the best series of the year, especially for the ones on Funimation. Also, this is the original series, so watching it is the only way you're going to experience the story. I recommend this series for everyone, and if you like sci-fi, are a nerd for world building, or was disappointed in Infinite Denigram, watch this series, because it makes the whole NPC Lives Matter debate much better. But please, just watch this series. It will probably be one of the best of the year.